Hello and welcome back everybody, Blue Dwarf here, and welcome to another episode of FTB Interactions. Now, we're starting today off in front of a naturally spawned pool of mana, which apparently is quite deadly given that a cow just fell in and got vaporized, I guess. So I was looking through the quests, and we need to get brass to really get started in all of our like steam-powered stuff. So of course, then we went to the metallurgy, and we saw that we have the alchemical brass, and then I came to this and saw the quest, clicked on the quest, and found that we need to go through the magic route for all of this, which. To get to here, we need to go from the Crucible, from the Thaumaturgy, from Salus Mundus, from getting a mana bucket. Mana is the primal driving force behind all magic in this pack. It is the liquid that populates the world in small pools and can be turned into an energetic form of mana used by spreaders in the mana extrapolator. The extrapolator can also turn energetic mana back into a fluid, although at a slight loss of around 10% total capacity. So, we're going to grab a bucket of mana. I'm going to grab a few. Probably should have thought about maybe wearing a glove for that. And I'm going to try grabbing this stuff. So, it gives us ascension, which makes us float. Okay, that didn't actually kill us, so don't know why the cow died. But now we need to head back to our base now that we have gotten this stuff. And we'll also take these things and stick our Mana Seer monocle on. And we've also got a tungsten drum, which is 250 buckets capacity. Which I assume will be useful in the near future. And turn off the lighting. I was just lighting up some of this area over here just to make base area a little bit more safe, but don't have any more torches, so you need to wait on growing more candleberries, of which our Sky Island, portal for which is way over there somewhere, is all now chunk loaded, so just because we can, if we go, not that one, go here, we can claim chunks as so, and chunk load them by holding down shift. So also this base is chunk loaded as well. So we can just stick out this stuff away a second, just so we're organized, and our drum will just go in there, in there. So we can now go to our magic tab and see that we need to make a pure daisy. With the pure daisy, Princess Peach will be jealous she hasn't just been named after a flower. So we need to use some mana, an oxide daisy, and a healing salve. Not actually sure if we actually have an oxide daisy, so that's fine. And have we got any more healing ones? No, so I'm just going to grab Poppy a second. Do we have any more plant balls? Right, well, I'm going to make up some more. I'm going to make up some more healing salves because we need more of them anyway for just regular use, and I'll be right back. So I have also made 2 more basic work tables, one for water, one for which will be lava, and one for mana, because I think those are the 3 that liquids that these guys use, and I didn't like that. I kept wasting mana in wasting just any liquids in these guys, other than the water. The water doesn't really matter, it's cheap. But we now have Oxide Daisy and the healing salve and our mana. So we can take our Pure Daisy out there, and that is that quest complete. Which also gives us some mystical white petals. So we now need to create some nacre, which we need to get some glass for. But I know that I think there's a lot of recipes that we can do with this guy, including making sand into glass directly, which is a lot nicer than turning one sand into a quarter of a piece of glass. But we also have access now to the crafting station from Tinker's, grout into seared stone directly, and we also have now access to the Thaumaturgy crystals and trees through this, which is why we needed this for continuing our progression into the Thaumaturgy and for getting Vis crystals. So what we actually need to see is what ores we can use for turning into Vis crystals. So there is actually just the different crystal type ores, which I'm not sure if we've come across any of those types of ores yet. So we might need to go and do some exploring and mining and see if we can find some of those before we move on. Other than that, we can use, I think we have some glass already. We do. Actually, also whilst we're here, I will grab a double chest for all of our different magic items. I'll just stick it up there for the moment and stick these things in there for a hot second. Then we can create some panes. It's just a pane, creating these panes. Then we can create these glass orbs. So, for creating this nacre, we use gold nuggets, and we've got a lot of nice resources in here now. So I'm not sure if that's showing that we chuck the gold nuggets into the liquid directly, or that we get it in the glass orbs and then do something with it. It was a little bit confusing, but let's see. Right, so we are first of all going to see about getting mana from these guys. So we can chuck a mana orb, and I don't think that consumed any buckets of mana. So we can use these guys. Right. So do we craft it with it, or is it that we chuck the nugget in there? Oh, that's seemingly doing something. So we got a bucket. So I'll just grab a second bucket of that, as we'll probably need it. Nice music to go along with that, and that should be a quest. So we need to create a metal bucket for that. So yeah, we actually now have access to metal buckets. That's something cool. So we'll have to get back to our house and use the hammer to create 3 plates of iron, and then we can create ourselves an iron bucket, which of course will be useful given the fact that I was using up all of the clay buckets for transferring things around like lava, because they get burnt up when you do that. But I'm pretty sure the iron ones don't. It'd be really annoying if they did. So we can grab 6 iron, a bit more expensive of course than normal, our iron hammer, and we need to do this on here, I think. No, we do need to do it on the crafting table. And then 3 iron plates and iron bucket with a working mallet. We have an iron bucket, so we can just put this guy down and pick him up with the metal bucket, and that is that quest completed, which gives us all of our gold back and some food. Then we can create a solid block of that, so we actually need to put that in there. So apparently we need even more of these tables, but we're not using most of them anyway right now, so it's fine. And what was the recipe? So stone and gold. We should have some stone in here, and we can just we need to grab a hammer out of this guy, and we can create our blocks. So that's that completed. What do we need these for? Arcane stone. Okay, so I think that's used for something in a little bit. Just stick that food away in there. So yeah, we need, as far as I can see, we need to create, don't know how that leads on to that, but we need to create some vis crystals from using our pure daisy, which I put away. Yeah, using this guy to turn, just crystals. So we need to go and find some of these infused ores. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. So I've gone mining, and I actually found some entropy infused ore all the way over here, mixing with some Certus quartz. So now we can use our pure daisy and place our entropy infused ore around it, and then hopefully that this takes about a minute to do, and then we can see what that gives us, because I don't know what it's gonna look like actually, because they're normally in like special, like the normal Thaumaturgy crystals look quite different to obviously see how they do in this pack. Right, here we go. Oh, so they just pop off. Okay, cool. So your fingers tingle strange as you handle crystals. What's you waking from a dream? Write down before stuff. Strange dreams. Okay, so this is the book that you start off with, Thaumaturgy. Grind them with a handful of redstone in a bowl using a piece of flint. Right, that's probably not the way we'll be doing it in this pack, given the fact that that is a quest complete. We get a bunch of all the different types of crystals now. Since sleeping is disabled, all you need to do is pick vis crystals to enable research in Thaumaturgy to progress into Salis Mundus. Okay, so sleep is actually disabled in this pack. I think I've said that I might change that because of the fact that it takes a lot of time to record these. Otherwise, if you can't sleep through the night and you have to go out and do stuff during the night, and well, I'm planning on that. I'll have the entire island lit up soon enough, but I'm waiting a lot on resources for that, so can't do too much because it's not very easy to get any stuff for making torches. Though I found a coal vein now, so I probably should just go and mine up a bunch of coal and make some torches that way. Anyway, we can continue on with our quests here. So making the arcane stone, that leads into astral sorcery. But to start off with, we need to get to the alchemical brass for starting off our industry, so we need to go this way with Salis Mundus. Salis Mundus can be created in the work table with any type of vis shard and low convalence dust. Right. So the way we create this stuff was with the tiny charcoal, which we got by chopping up the low grade charcoal, sand, and infinity dust, and it was using mana, so Salis Mundus, and then we need, I guess we can't put it in there because we just have to do it like that, and it needed a hammer, didn't it? So grab this one out of here. Salus Mundus. There we go. That's that one. We get another one and some Salisbury steak. And I don't think that's something we need to be worrying about right now. And the Thaumaturgy. Okay, this is a bit of reading. Create the Thaumaturgy to begin your journey into the eldritch depths of the arcane. Be warned, this magic comes with a price. The deeper you go into madness, the more impacts it will have on your reality. Thaumaturgy can create lasting impacts on your world in the form of flux rifts, which can spawn tentacles and corrupt the land. The madness also affects your mind, warping your reality and making you a beam for all sorts of strangeness. This quest will not teach you how to deal with warp and flux. That's up to you, but you have been warned. Okay, right. Right, so I think what it is we need a bookcase. So just get some books for book, and then on this guy we use these books to create a bookshelf. Place that down and use one of the Salus Mundus on it, and that gives us our Thaumaturgy. Perfect. And that's that quest. And so notice we have another quest up here for picking up a mana bucket, which we'll also stick some of this magic items away. Some of these shards, Black Lotus, Salus Mundus, the strange things. Yeah, those can all go away in there for the moment, along with that ore. And right. First steps. Who would have thought that a few sprinkles of dust could have created this marvelous book? It's mostly blank, but it hints at a powerful new form of magic, Thaumaturgy. Right, that's a lot of reading. So we need to create an arcane workbench. So we also need to grab the other piece of Salus Mundus out of there. And then, as far as I'm aware, it's a crafting table with Salus Mundus. I hope. There we go. We've got this guy. Just pick him up so he's not right in the middle of the room. Honestly, was scared for a moment there in case it broke. We need to create like another room for all of our magic stuff. I'll do that soon, actually. But if we go back to our magic. Okay, that wasn't the next quest we needed to do, but we've completed it in here. So first steps, fundamentals. So we need to make one of these guys. I think we want to get to the alchemical brass ingot anyway, so we'll focus on this a bit more, or the progression towards it. The Crucible is your first step into alchemy. It requires Salus Mundus to be used on a cauldron. Then you must fill it with water and put fire beneath it. Important to note about GI. We have it set that you are allowed to see all recipes, which we've seen, to prepare for the changes the pack has made to recipes. You still are required to have the appropriate research available for you. Before you'll be able to craft the item, however. Okay, so for example, if you, so we need to create some more Salus Mundus. So we get to grab all of this stuff back out of here again, and we need to create some more of this, and put it in here. And that is our Salus Mundus. So we now need to create a cauldron, which we need raw iron, which we need double raw iron, which we get through burning iron. So I'm going to burn up a bit of iron and I'll be right back. So we're just going to chuck this iron into this fire, which is why it's here. So we get the red particle effects for the burning. And that should be just a second to get us raw iron. We can get our cauldron. We can also then place the actual cauldron above here, as we've got the fire. There we go. We can just come over here, make that into 7 double ingots and 7 plates, and there we go. That needs to be in the center. We get our cauldron. So as I said, we can place our cauldron there, and then use the Salus Mundus on it. No. Right. Just put that out a second. Why is this not working? I thought this is wait. So requires Salus Mundus to be used on a cauldron. You must then you must fill it with water and put fire beneath it. So why aren't you working? So we do actually need to go through the progression of the Thaumaturgy, because we actually, we need to get to this point where we actually discover alchemy through going through all of this stuff. So we've got mana orbs. We just need to create some gold plating, which is easy because we've got gold. That's not gold. And we'll grab a mana orb. And we can create 4 gold plates just as so, and create, what's it called? I don't know. Where was it? Was it in one of these guys at all? I think it was like this. Oh no, I think we need to do it on this guy, which is possibly why it wasn't showing up. There we go. Thermometer. Right. So we then scan all of the things. I think this scans all the things inside of these chests as well. Yes, this definitely scans all of the things inside the chests as well. Otherwise we wouldn't be... Ooh. Sorry if that's really loud. Just want to make sure I get everything in here. See if we can get these guys. Oh, don't want to cook it. Scan the door. Right. I think that's all we need, all the research that we can do easily for the moment. And we need to go back to our book. And we've observed the fundamentals. And we can discover alchemy, which apparently we've already done. And then we can create the crucible. There we go. And now we're sitting in our crucible. Which we complete that. Then we go on to discovering auras and fusion. But that quest complete. And we can make alchemical brass. We need alchemical metallurgy, which I've just been looking for ages because it's over here on the side. So that is our basic alchemy. And then we can go on to creating alchemical brass, which is just copper and instrumentum. Now I saw some that on the forum that I've been following that we can create shovels for instrumentum. Yeah, for instrumentum, good source. Because you can extra. That's not how you spell it. Instra. You can see that there are a bunch of different things that we can look for that have it. Of course, we could create stone tools actually. I think about it, that probably would be even easier, given that stone has an EMC, and so do wooden tool handles. Just sticks. But for creating the brass, we need 5. That gives us a nice ratio. But so for 5 wooden shovels for 4 copper ingots. So I also put the cauldron here with the fire underneath it and some water, so we can stick in these wooden shovels, and we can see that I don't know, maybe not in this pack, and then we can chuck in the copper and we get alchemical brass ingots. Now things are getting spicy, but all the worst monsters known to this world will now be unleashed on you. Hope you're prepared, because the rest of us probably aren't. Thanks for that. Okay, so apparently I just got myself onto a harder set of mobs. Lovely, because I totally needed that. That's totally what I need, given that I'm hiding in my house most nights anyway. Lovely. But that's our chemical brass, which will be getting us onto, which is completed here as well, and that will allow us to start and stop misclicking. Will allow us to get onto Bronze Age machines and steam power. But that is all we've got time for today, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.